Of my brother spot. What it do? What it do? Back to the workday for everybody who are adults are back to school.
Got it. If you need any more information or have any other questions, just let me know. I'm here to help.
Chat GPT. Okay. All right, family. I wonder if the one person that's watching is someone I know. Reveal yourself. Write something. All right. Yeah, well, this live is going to be about, ooh, I'm pretty bright. It's cold here in Georgia, well, in Atlanta. But, I tell you what, this weather, I don't think is normal in Atlanta. But I'm not from here, and I'll definitely ask later on. I know a couple native Atlanteans. Is this normal around this time? Because, man, this wind out here, especially at night, is crazy. It goes right through my window. And I feel it. Look at all this length, too. Yeah. So how y'all doing out there? This will be taped later on, so I'm not really tripping about people being on too soon. I got in touch with, let me turn this down. Okay. Hold on. Got this happy music on, y'all. How's that? There we go. Yeah. Woo. I got in touch with Check and Effect. Do you guys know who Check and Effect is? He's a blogger. He's overseas and all that. Got in touch with him today through a live. Yes, I sent him a super chat, which people don't send me too many super chats on my live. But anyway, hopefully I could get that brother and hook him up with a subscription platform. Check and Effect, man, needs it. He talks about how his subscribers aren't getting as many notifications. He's not making as much money. This is where my brother Spot comes in, and this is where we can help people like Check and Effect. We've talked to Kaz. If you guys know Kaz, we've talked to his peoples. We're trying to hook up something with Kaz to get him a subscription platform also. Man, I hope my electricity ain't going out. You saw that blink? Yeah, but yeah, what we're trying to do is help a lot of content creators, rappers, just entertainers. We're trying to help them with subscription platforms, and it's just that's going to help a lot of us in controlling our subscribers, our followers, and it's going to help them with money. Now, also, it keep off all the trollers like you dumb motherfuckers are. You know what I'm saying? I saw that in IG, and really NIGG, and then you didn't spell A. That means an unintelligent person. So anyone could be that, and you are one for even saying that, you jerk. Anyway, you're just frustrated. And if you the type that call black people monkeys, we don't even have thin lips. Y'all got thin lips. Most monkeys are pale underneath their fur. You guys are pale. So I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? And black people don't even kill on y'all. We've known this forever. Like, you guys are the planet of the apes who's ruling, and we're the humans. That's where that metaphor comes from. You guys have fur. We have hair. It's no animal on this planet that has this growing out their body. Will you stop with the stupidity? You guys are messing up the world, man. You guys are messing up the world. And then I get on here, and then after that, I see a NIGG. I know what you mean. You guys are messing up the world. What's the matter with y'all white people? I know you a white person doing that. Crazy. Just crazy. I'm not even on here for a split 4 minutes and someone is doing some racial stuff. Like, what are y'all afraid of? You know what I'm saying? I have so much information on you guys. I don't even like kill on white people because I know it's great white people out there. But if white people aren't getting ahead in America, you guys are failures. You know how many things that benefit y'all? You know what I'm saying? I mean, the system is so curved towards white people that it other ethnicities come in America and they self-fund themselves and they have whole systems to where they won't even have to go through what black people are going through in America. And that's why I'm here. I love my gap tooth. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm in high school with you even saying that. Are you a high schooler? If you are, get the fuck out of here. You're supposed to be in, over 18. And that sounds like adults, real adults, they don't even hurt our feelings. Weirdo. Someone in my family doesn't feed I don't even get you. All right, why does my friend Lee trace her away feed? You guys are stupid. You're dumb, bro. Yeah, but anyway, what I was trying to say before I was interrupted by the N-word, crazy. You know what I'm saying? My brother spot, MYBROTHASPOT.com. We are a 100% black owned tech company. We create websites, custom websites for anybody, but we specifically want to help our people come into the AM, meaning with my slang, come into the future, because a lot of my people have been mentally jacked up by your ancestors, white people, your systems, and really been jacked up by your people. So what we're trying to do is help our people peacefully. Let's see if you guys are peaceful with this movement on my brother spot, because one day it's going to be huge and it's going to help a lot of black people, and you're going to be buying products from them and you're not going to know it. And you're going to be mad. Just like a lot of the other ethnicities that come here and they do well. See the NIGGA, see that right there? Y'all are the niggas. That's an unintelligent person. You guys are the ones. You guys are the ones. See that right there? They're the ones. They are the Nigers. You guys are. You guys are. And that's why you hate, because I guarantee you, if I go in your house, you're the poor white trash. You're the one that ain't got shit. I guarantee you. And you're upset at everybody but yourself. You have all these things. I'm glad you're on here because I'm talking to you. You have all these situations that the American system has built for you, and you're mad at other ethnicities. This system was built for you. You're a effing failure. You're a loser. You probably go off and try to kill someone after this that look like me. That's a loser mentality. You may shoot up a school. See, but the news protects you. The news protects you because they don't want you to be the poster boy to the world And then a lot of people ain't liking y'all overseas, by the way. I got a master chief that's in the Navy tell me, since Trump got in, y'all ain't popular. You guys is you guys is for Trump. I understand. I'm not for any president. I like whoever has watched my lives, I believe that corporations run America. I don't even care who's in office. It's going to get good or bad regardless. We're going to get poor every time. It don't matter what president is. You know what I'm saying? But you, the one who put the in, like I'm going to get mad, I know your life is miserable. I could just tell. Anyone that talks about and say stuff like that, you have a miserable life and you are a high school minded person. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Cochran, your life sucks. I could tell. I was a youth directional counselor. The ones who bark the most are the losers. You're a loser, bro. I hope that you're okay. Or you're a young child that you hear your father or your uncles talking about it and you think it's funny. Either or. Not focus on the negative people, least you get drugs into your cesspool, whatever. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to fix my tooth. I like it. I like my tooth, my gap tooth. I actually like it. You know what I'm saying? Now he's going to put this on here, and I already screenshot it. I'm going to put him up to a lot of everybody. Troller, and I'm going to record what I'm saying and I'm going to make a video out of this, how ignorant you are and how ignorant your people are. All I was talking about was helping black people, my people, and you're afraid. You're upset. You're going to say the NIG, like it makes me mad. Why would that make me mad? Because you are. A Niger is an ignorant person. It's not a black person. You are. You are the NIG. That's what you talking about. You. That's not me. That's not my people. So why should I even get mad? Keep putting it up. Keep putting it up. Please. You are boiling up. Who's boiling up? Me? Crazy, the crazy bear. He's right, though. All right. That man. You people could not focus on that man. So what y'all think about it? You think that's a good thing for him to call me? You know what I'm saying? What do you think? You think he gonna shoot up a school in about a week because he upset at what I said? He can't handle it? Yeah, not dog hair. We're not known to have lice. Yeah, we don't get lice that easily. Yeah, at all, because it can't feed on our medulla. See, I study about all ethnicities and I study, white people. The only reason why you guys are in the lead is because you put fear in everybody. You guys aren't really, now Jewish people are smart, but y'all just regular Europeans that came from Europe that were the bottom of the barrel came here. Y'all was jacking up Europe. And you come here and then the white people that are on another level are trying to help you and you guys just don't want to be helped. And then you guys want to blame it on us. And we were already here. Your ancestors and your people be lying about us. We are the Indians. We're the original people here. And then you try to trick us by, okay, Native American, Asians, who was running from Genghis Khan and met our ancestors here and then mixed. See, that's our problem as black people. We have to have accountability also. We mix too much. We accept too much. So when we accepted people, we start mixing with them and then our ethnicity goes away and then you can lie and say, oh, these people are here first. You did that all over the planet. it was in the Pale Man playbook. Look at any dark skinned person that is with a light skinned person and they have babies, that offspring is going to be lighter than the darkest person every time. Oh, not every time, but majority of the time. It's even high if it's like 70 some percent, but I believe it's 80 some percent. And then they get with another light person, another light, and then they're gone. They're gone. And this is what they've known. They were called gypsies. They did it to the Asians, got into the hierarchy, then they start mixing the pale with the dark Asians, the original Asians. Then they paled them up. Then the dark originals move off somewhere. That's been the whole story every time. It's been through genetics, not by beating us in wars. If you mix Asian, white, and black together, you get a Middle Eastern Latino look every time. Follow the wars. All that Middle East part, that was all black people at one point. Even Europe. Yeah. And the white people moved in, and the black men and maybe some black women was having babies. Most of the babies, which was saving us, would be miscarriages because black people need a shot. The black woman needs a shot in order to have a safe offspring with a white male, but they don't tell people that. You know what I'm saying? You know how I know? Because I got a lot of mixed friends and they're open. Yeah, the black woman had to get a shot in order so that kid, so her body won't naturally abort it. There's some real stuff. I don't hate white people. I just, if you're gonna act ignorant, I'm gonna kick it off. When you come into my brother's spot and you talk to Jay Hadwinn, don't disrespect my people. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna get on you. I know all about your people. And I know, and I put you through a training. Your people didn't even know how to bathe. You were furry. Look up your people. Had hair all over your face. To this day, you're sulfur based. When you get musty, you smell sulfurous. You don't even have a musk like melanated people. I could go in. So don't even try that, homie. Don't even try that. Like you're going to get a reaction off me because I'm just going to slap you with your history. All right. So let me start again. I'm sorry, white people. If you use some good white people, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Because I could die and come back reincarnated as a white person. You know, we are different. We could reproduce with each other, but we are different. And, you know, if we took a time machine, a lot of white people would be upset. If we had a time machine and go back in time, a lot of white people would be very upset. You guys took this planet by force. What we call technology today isn't technology because it hurts our planet. Our planet is Mother Earth. You guys are hurting the planet. It's not technology, it's convenience. That's all it is. The AIs and all that to keep it fed, you know, and all I'm trying to do is help my people come into the AM. You know what I'm saying? He said, bro is homeless. So now that we got cameras and all this is being recorded, you know, like blacks, our plight, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, all that stuff, the division that CIA, FBI played into that crack in the communities. Like, that's how I know that we're strong as a people, but we need help. So my brother spot is here to help our people get to that level where we could at least, you know, like, you know, have more control as a people. And we're doing a pretty good job. You know, I'm the brand ambassador. I'm the face of it. I don't even run it, but I'm the face of it. And I believe in my brother spot because they helped me with my business. Like the passive income they provided for me actually pays a lot of my bills. And I really would like to get a better job so the bills I could start saving a lot more. But it's hard out here for all of us. You know, I've been saying the American mental health crisis, it's bad. It's a lot of, and it's not just white people, it's black people, Asian people. I've been a youth directional counselor to so many different ethnicity of kids in West LA. It, you're right. Our mental health, and I think it's the parenting, and it's a lot of frustration with the youth. That's why they can't communicate. But at the same time, it's super hard to feel sympathetic for you and your attitude, though. Well, I'm telling the truth. I don't care if you like me or not. It's just we got to deal with the truth. I don't care about the kumbaya because, first of all, as black people, we have to stop helping other ethnicities become rich and wealthy. That's what we're doing. We're master consumers. We help everybody, and everybody else, they help themselves. They don't hate black people, but they help themselves. And now it's time for black people to help themselves. And I don't know why you don't like my attitude. I guess a lot of other ethnicities really don't know what we go through. You're not in our skin. And you had different struggles, but we had more of a mental struggle, and I seen it. I was raised in a Crip neighborhood. I seen, when our neighborhood was beautiful in Los Angeles and it was black people making good money, black families making good money. Most of the men were truck drivers, and then Reagan deregulated the truck drivers unions, and then next thing you know is crack on the block, and they didn't even know it was as bad, worse than heroin. They just thought, and they were getting wealthy and all that. And then check this out. I got a cousin in prison for life. A CIA dude showed him how to cook crack. And he was from Philly and they killed him. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't know he was CIA. And when they took the big wad of money out and was getting him off the set, because he was supposedly from Philly, he had a CIA badge. You don't think that happened all over the Americas? Come on, man. What am I supposed to be like? Kumbaya, my lord. Come on, man. People got to eat here. People gotta look. They call this the human race. So they'll say that no, it's just you could Google it. Oh no, it's just we're talking about all the other races and how to be cohesive. You know what I'm saying? And then everyone else does the opposite. They're for their people. Even the Ethiopians, they don't mess with just regular blacks. A lot of Somalians, the Africans here, we're divided. I'm trying with Aboriginal American, I'm trying to put them together. Because what made white people so strong is they stopped looking at their differences. Because white people were fighting too. They were the Goths, they were all kind of different tribes. When they came to America, they were white. And this is what blacks have a problem with. We're so divided, we can't get our self-funding together. We could self-fund and help our people create businesses and still love other ethnicities. Because that's what y'all doing right now. Because if you guys were so into helping us, then why don't I have $100 in my super chat? You know what I'm saying? Let's get with the action. Why aren't people giving my brother Spot this platform that is mine? Why aren't they giving money? Simple as that. Black people have a reason not to give money because by our own people, we've been so scammed out. And we have so little of it because we're not together. When I ever give you money? Well, get off the platform. Why are you studying me? That's all you're doing. You acting like a female that's Kevin Samuels. You know what I'm saying? You still sticking around. Pay me, homie. You know what I'm saying? So why would the fuck I want to give you money if you in my community and you look like them type that have a Chevron in my community, and and we buying all the stuff because there's nothing else around where we could buy that gas, or because y'all done bombarded that in our own communities. You know what I'm saying? And we try to get a loan and all that and the right way. We're not like white people. White people would have tore you down or tried to hurt you. We're peaceful with you. But at the same time, we know what you're doing. I don't have a victim mentality. I have a realistic mentality. Give money to well, that's the wrong place to give your money. Why would you give it to church? What does God need money for? See, that's what I'm talking about. America, y'all got to travel. Just all the, no, you give stuff, you give your money to people like my brother Spot, Afrobiz, people that are making moves and not sounding sexy, but have a movement to where it will help their people. And we're not selfish. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way it is. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people try to say a lot of hurtful things because you're afraid of us getting bigger and bigger to where we're self-sufficient. You know what I'm saying? You say stuff like, I donated a weave. Now, check this out, family. Whoever's a brother or sister in here, that's one of the biggest problems we have. We have to self-fund. And I'm glad these people are saying this because maybe this will make you guys recognize you should be self-funding into businesses like my brother Spot. We get 500,000 of us together. $10 a month will make us 5 million a month. And you have to trust the process. You know what I'm saying? And we have to give to the best business model possible. Then on top of that, what we have to do is we have to put some clauses there where if someone uses the money and try to take it, or nepotism, 10 years of jail, of prison, 10 years. We not playing. We have to do this ASAP. We are these people money, and they will do anything to keep their stances. They're calling me a con man. They're calling me all this crazy stuff. I love my people. I love Black people. And I want to play a role in helping. These people don't even know that I'm not going to even have anything to do with the money. As a matter of fact, I'm giving my $10 a month to the situation. Whoever builds it. How am I a con man? Now, am I making money online? Yes, I am. And a lot of you guys are probably paid for my services. I have gig work, and I'm on the internet, and my brother Spot built it. So am I a con man? Yeah, to other ethnicities, I guess. You are buying my services. I'm making some pretty good money, even though we took a 58% dip. Even though we took a 58, that's the power of having an online business and faceless. No one knows your ethnicity. This is all I'm trying to tell y'all, brothers and sisters. Never get mad at these people calling you names or anything. Stay focused, be cohesive, and make your money. We make these people wealthy. They're going to talk ish. They're going to get mad like Void said, but do you have why would I want a real job? Why would I want a real job? It's not that type of world anymore, my guy. It's not that type of world. AI is going to be taking majority of the jobs. I know that you know better than this. And anyway, why would a white entity like Google, Bing, or anything that deals like Microsoft, why would they hire Black people anyway? It's their business. They could hire all the white people and put them in position and then have all those Asians and East Indians train them. But then They're below them, but always train them. I know the gang. My mom and dad was in it. My dad worked for TRW. My mom worked for Hewlett Packard. I'm not stopping it. I'm about to break this down, homie. Y'all be cheating. And so I'm just keeping it 100 and you hate it. It's like you going crazy. Like, oh my God, how could you say that? Stop trying to control us, man. You guys aren't gonna, it's a lot of me's out there. They're just silent. I'm just the brand ambassador. It's a new thing coming. And we're peaceful as hell. We don't have guns. We don't have knives. We don't have nukes. We don't have this. We are extremely peaceful, but we're smart. And it's coming. And we got a lot of geeks that we gathered up that, yeah, was made fun of in high school, shitted on by their own people, but want to get back. Geeks rule the world now, buddy. You can't stop this. So you could keep typing. You should give me a like, because I just warned you. You give me a like for the algorithm, man. Come on, V. And I'm not racist. I'm from diverse LA. 75 IQ. I may have one, but whoever created the test, do they really know what intelligence is? Because the last time I heard, majority of the millionaire and billionaires have low IQs. But they understand how to make money. And the people with the high IQs are workers. What the hell's the matter with these people? I don't want to have a high IQ and then I'm like a slave for my time. I want to own like I'm doing now. I'm an owner. I'm an owner. 75 IQ, yeah. Yeah. I'm a homeowner. I'm a business owner. I used to breed American Akita dogs. I used to own a triplex. Had tenants. I ain't have a lot of jobs. I don't need to. I do it the smart way. I pay my taxes and I do everything right to where I won't get in trouble. I never slang rocks. I never did drugs. I'm a veteran. You know what I'm saying? Honorable discharge, bro. I've traveled the world. Stop it. Stop it. You are jealous. You are a jealous dude. Look at my teeth. I love my imperfections. I love myself. Who cares what people like you think? And it's a lot more of us. I'm not insecure. Insecurity is expensive, and my lifestyle isn't expensive. It's expensive for the world because this is America, but it's not expensive like most people's. No, I'm not in a storage. I'm in my house, man. I'm in my house. I'm not in the storage unit. You know what I'm saying? But hey, some people that have to, hey, and I've been homeless. I lived in my car. I'm an open book. I lived in my car before. And it was a real humbling experience. Really humbling experience, man. Um, for the people that are out there and homeless, yeah, I feel bad for them. I don't like it. I wish we could put some together or somebody, and I will put my money in on it on a monthly base to get them uh -20-degree sleeping bags. I think that's what they and other things that they need because actually since it's been freezing out here, I heard that a lot of Americans died. A lot of them died of hypothermia, and it's sad. You know, at the least we should be able to house our people. Now, by me saying that, am I racist? Oh boy. Look, I got my own mind. I'm gonna I'm still a racist. I hear you. All right, that's the topic. Who's that? Emilo. Let me catch up on what people are saying. Are you guys talking to me or are you talking to yourselves? I would give you a like if you answer my question. Teach me something. Nick, I'm not a teacher. I really I like figuring out solutions. I'm not here to entertain. I I am not exciting. You know what I'm saying? All I'm trying to do is funnel our people to a solution called my brother spot. We create customized websites for black owned businesses, and we create subscription platforms for like rappers, singers. Like, why would we want to be on these people platform making them wealthy when you could have your own subscription platform and you could charge $10 a month, and then let's say in 2 or 3 years, this is realistic, 2 or 3 years, you have 3,000 people. Some subscribers fall off, but let's say if you have 3,000, just that's your median, paying $10 a month, that's 30,000 a month. And that's very possible. And it's your own content, and you could curse, swear, whatever, you could do whatever you want. You just can't be, there's no nudity and a few other things. As a matter of fact, in about a year from now, I am trying to get my own subscription platform because it's going to be presented to the world, not just to America. And, it runs on Stripe, and Stripe is a bank that basically it all currencies around the world. Like, let me give you an example. I'm going to try to put this in layman terms. Let's say if it's someone from Ghana and you're charging $10 a month. So that $10 will turn into their currency. Let's say, I don't know the Ghana currency name, but let's just say is 1,500 of their dollars of their currency to the American dollar. That will equate to your $10. You would get that monthly. And this is the thing. Google is the world. Google is powerful. You know what I'm saying? The second most powerful search engine is YouTube. But Google is, I don't know. Is it Google Bing? I take that back. If I don't know something, I admit it. But I thought I heard that YouTube is the second largest search engine. So wouldn't you want to get with the first engine? And YouTube is a crowded block. Get your own subscription platform, and you have videos, all that on it, and learn how to work your own platform, and you will be consulted by my brother spot web developers and all that, how to work it, how to form an LLC, all that. Yeah, we're doing that. And you could get your own, you can have your own power. Let's say realistically, let's say if you're charging $10 a month and you're just a content creator, but you have your own subscription platform and you have 800 people median that's just following you. You know what I'm saying? Damn, I can't get over 800. I can't get to 900. I don't know why. That's still 8,000 a month. You still could work somewhere and make extra money. You're fighting inflation. You're combating inflation. So let's say if it's $435 monthly and you're making 8,000 a month, you're not going to care about that. That 400 and some a month is a investment. If you stay on these platforms, these are the people who are trying to become rappers, well, entertainers or content creators. You have to invest in yourself. If you don't spend money, you're never going to get where you want. Why would Nick, you believe in Yakub? See, we shouldn't try to change other people. You love Yakub, that's fine. I'm trying to help our people understand the how to make money on the internet. If you look, Mr. Nick, if you don't have money and you pray, my brother, majority of the time, I'm a 53-year-old man. I've seen this over and over again. You will never be. Yeah, I. But I like. I don't care. I'm cool with my teeth. Anyway, you. If you don't. If people don't have money, Nick, you will never be able to protect yourself. You will never be able to protect yourself. You know how many Christians, Muslims, I've been around the world. I've seen people so dedicated to their supreme being, and they're just not the happiest people when they get older. They act like it, but they're not. A lot in my family. So to answer your question, I meditate every morning. I'm spiritual, brother. And leave it like that. I'm not a bad person. We have to understand as Black people, we don't have to think the same. We have to get a system to where we can help ourselves. Please, let's stop set tripping on each other. I'm a blood, I'm a Crip, I'm a Christian, I'm a FBA, I'm an Aboriginal American Indian. This is killing us. I'm glad, Nick, that you came on here and said, do you believe in Yaku? I'm glad. You know what I'm saying? YouTube is not a search engine. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I hope you're still on, Nick. Hold on, brother. YouTube is not a search. Let's just find out, man. Because I was told it was, but I could be wrong, Nick. Is YouTube a search engine?
Absolutely. I'm here to assist with that. If you have any specific queries or topics.
Is YouTube a search engine?
Understood. If you'd like me to use a search engine for any specific information, or if you have any particular topic in mind.
Is Google a search engine?
Yes, Google is indeed a search engine.
Is YouTube a search engine?
Yes, YouTube functions as a search engine as well.
It just said YouTube functions as a search engine as well. It's a search engine. When you go up and search, Nick, it display. It's a search engine, brother.
Absolutely, it definitely is. YouTube has a powerful search engine that.
It has a powerful search engine. I'm not on here lying to people. I'm trying to be straight up with people. I'm trying to help our people. I'm not on emotions. We can't be emotional. Stop being emotional, Black people. We have to help our babies. If we don't start helping our kids and stop always trying to be right and knowing everything, we're gonna be jacked up, bro. We're gonna be low in numbers like we already are. Yes, it's a search engine for videos. Yes, it is. Thank you. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Joshua. I appreciate you saying this. Black people, why not just say people? Because, Joshua, that's a great question. I'm glad that you said that. It's because, I'll give you an example. I used to be like you. Why can't you just say we're people? And we want to be people. But when you get older and you recognize that all these other ethnicities are helping each other, and they ain't helping us in our bad time. They may march with us, but as in economically, they invest in their own people. I got people I grew up with. Chad Chakadomo, that's Japanese. Darren Naruse, Philippi, that's Korean. Danny Hawks, that's Jewish. That I could go on and on with the. I grew up in a multiracial place called Los Angeles. It was kumbaya like a motherfucker. But everyone, when they got older, they went to their section of towns and their people. So, Joshua, I hope I answer your question. We are Black or whatever we want to call ourselves, and we have to learn how to be teammates. Because if we're not teammates and we don't have our own business and we're cycling our dollars, it's gonna be jacked up, man. Well, I know, Nick, you don't believe it, but it's all good. It's a search engine, man. I'm sorry, Nick. Now, it was a guy in here earlier said I was a racist, and I'm like, we're disagreeing. Look, family, if you get to know Jay Hadwin, I don't look at things emotionally. What works? What helps? How can we create a solution? I will never be in a fairy tale, in a fairy tale land. I deal with stuff realistically. You know what I'm saying? I deal with stuff realistically, and a lot of people hate that. But the people that's coming aboard my brother's spot is more and more. They're understanding what we're about. We're not a religious, we're not we're not a religious movement. We're not a movement of parties as in Democrat, Republican. We're solution based for our people, Black people around the world. We are unity. We aren't, you gotta be this. You gotta believe in this. That's kind of high school, bro. That's high school. You could believe whatever you want. If you're not molesting kids or harming people, I could care less what you do, brother. We have to stop trying to make everybody like us. We have to have a foundation as Black people. If we don't, we will keep being in these situations. We will own nothing. People will control us. They will keep gentrifying our neighborhoods. We are powerless because we don't have money behind us. Only people that have money are gatekeepers. And we worship entertainers. Well, why would we worship entertainers or pastors when he or she who pays you controls you? Those people are controlled. They're controlled. That's why athletes can't really help Black communities. Because just think about it like this. My cousin Mike Sanders, he played for the Phoenix Suns. He played for the Cleveland Cavaliers. This one I learned this. I'm a real dude. He played for the Kansas City Kings before they were Sacramento. And he played on that Cleveland team with Larry Nance, Craig Elo, Mark Price. Mark Price was a motherfucker. The point guard, Mark Price. And Mike, had everybody on his team were Jewish, from UCLA Booster Club and all that. And how could someone like Mike give back to the Black community when they're all steering them towards their interests? You know what I'm saying? Like he had Burger Kings in Cleveland, all that, and some way someone started taking the money. Basketball season is long. So someone that would see, these are the things that happen to, like, athletes or entertainers. How could they watch their money? They on the road and have to memorize. See, this is game. And my brother's spot provides subscription-based platforms to where you could perform for the world. But you cut out the middleman and they can stop taking our money. Now, how is that hating? Isn't that solution-based? Do I sound like I have a 70 IQ? A 75 or whatever? Do I need a orthodontist? Who cares? Who cares? I want Black people to win peacefully. That's all. What's the matter with that? Y'all out here, y'all not being diverse. Y'all with y'all peoples too. Free Peters. No, Mr. President. Free Tina Peters. Y'all wild, man. Yeah, but on another level, let's talk about like old girl that got killed, ICE, Miss Gooden, that was jacked up. I said that a while ago. That was cold-blooded. That was a cold-blood murder when they shot her in that court. That wasn't cool. And the reason why I'm warning our people, black people, that are like, hey, get these immigrants out of here. Once they do a lot of the things that they fulfill, what makes you think they're not going to do that to us next? See, we have to know when to stand up and when to stand down and not be so emotional. You know what I'm saying? I think that America, like the agenda is to make America as white as possible. And that's what's going on. And they'll try to figure out some type of way to get us out of here too, to where we're from America. Black people are from America. We've been here longer than the fake Native Americans. It was black people over here, indigenous to this land and from Africa. They were over here and creating things. Moors and Aboriginal American Indians. They were creating all this stuff around here. And the white people came and they just want to take shit. I mean, damn, white people tried to take South Africa, and that was all black. They tried to take that shit. Just imagine if it wasn't no television still, they would say white people were born there. They would lie. That's how blatant this shit is. You know what I'm saying? White people, y'all a trip. You got a lot of good white people, but y'all a trip. And then you ride the wave and say, that's jacked up what my people doing. Hey, dude. And just surf the wave. So the reason why I brought that up is no goddamn way you should be mad at black people trying to help each other. That's what I'm getting to. And you see how hard it is for black people to help each other? This young man, Nick, will not even look into my brother's spot just because I'm not in the same religion as him. You see how division works? He knows nothing about me. He will stay away just because I'm not down with Yakub. Or I got a brother that's smart as hell. He's one of my brother spot clients, just like I am. And he understands I'm spiritual. You know what I'm saying? And we work together and it's beautiful. Whew. Religion, man. Oh my God. It got our people in a bind. Let me ask you, family. Let me ask you this. If we had a whole, like the most high energy fire, like high energy, like it's hot, it's melting the concrete almost. And we put a ghost or a spirit in those flames. Will they burn up? Will they burn up? Will a, like, right here, this light, this is light. Look at that light. That's our soul. So if I put a fire where that light is, up there, way up there, will it burn? Will it burn? Will it burn? Well, our spirits come out our body as light. Then why are people so afraid of going to hell? I mean, it's just amazing to me how people believe in certain things, but just because they're in fear and don't have confidence in themselves, they don't look into it. It's none the matter with looking into it. You don't have to worship anything, but you can live a life on this planet peacefully and justly. Like, what's fair is fair. No BS allowed. I don't, look, you can't burn a spirit. It's a ghost. It's a hologram. You can't burn it. When you come out your body, you leave your nerves and your brain. God, fear. Fear makes people, I learned this in boot camp. Fear makes you make bad decisions. Family, don't be afraid. Live your life. Live your life. A lot of the things that's going on today in the world are controlled by man, and he has limited us from living. All these wealthy people that make the rules, the wealthy families, they live in a life. They live in large and laughing and doing some of the most evilest things you would ever know. Worse than Epstein Island. Worse than that. They know about the Bible. Why aren't they afraid to go to hell? They live in their life. Where's my child support? You steady playing on YouTube when Leanna school shoes. I'm 53 years old. I don't have any kids. I couldn't afford kids. So why am I going to have kids? When my life is about not being selfish. That's how I live my life. In order for me to not hurt people, I have to be self-sufficient. In order for me to have children, I would have to have money. Because I don't want that child to be in a situation, let's say if I have a daughter and she's just very beautiful and she goes to a school in the hood. I'm telling you, those girls going to try to tear her up. She's going to have a bad experience, and then she's going to have grown-up issues of bitterness, and it's going to affect her. When we have children, we have to put them in a good environment, because no child on this planet has to come here when they're a spirit up wherever they are. We have to be responsible. We can't just be men out here just like, oh, she's fine. Oh, yeah. You can't just do that. Put a Jimmy on. Put a condom on. Be responsible. Don't put children in bad situations. Now, back in the days when people needed children to tend to the farm or the land that they had, a lot of people back in the days didn't know how wealthy they are because they could feed themselves. Why you think colleges were built? And all these motherfuckers saying, you got a 75 IQ. And saying, because, look, man, people that are in the upper echelon, whatever that is, they make us insecure. Those people had land. Black people, white people had land. You could feed yourself. If you could feed yourself, do you need a job? How do I have a low IQ? I'm working on a situation to get land so I could feed myself. If I could feed myself, have shelter, and a place to take a dump and a piss, do I need to work? I mean, family, Americans, we are brainwashed. The reason why that I'm trying to help my brother, people find my brother spot, like black people, is because I know that you're not going to want to live off the land. So here's an alternative. Get a customized website or get a subscription platform if you're an entertainer or a content creator. Control your content. You don't have to be on on YouTube like I am. In about a year, I'll be off. I'll be on every once in a while just to tell people about my subscription platform. But if I get 3,000 people in 2 or 3 years and I charge them $10 a month on my subscription platform, I'm making $30,000 a month. We don't need these platforms. And it's not saturated now. I'd rather invest in myself for 2 to 3 years, $435 a month. And that's what I'm going to do. And then eventually I'm going to make my ROI probably in a year and some months. And then it goes up from then. 30,000 black people get out of prison because of the First Step Act. Thank you, President Trump. Well, that's cool. If that's cool, and those people that's getting out of prison like aren't hurting kids, aren't molesting them, aren't killing people, then that's fine. All right, the verified highest IQ man in America is a homesteader. Second highest IQ ever recorded. He writes about physics in the free time while managing a homestead. That's dope. Barney, thank you for that information. I don't know how accurate that is, but I really appreciate that because I like learning new things. That's very interesting if it's true. That's very interesting. But when I traveled all over the world as a veteran, I just really seen some things that were amazing where man has made, and they didn't even know how to read. They spoke a different dialect. Like my master chief was deep. We went off to certain islands that was outside of Philippine Negrito and all that. It's amazing how people live. It's a lot of people that's smart. It's very different intelligence. You can't just say someone is more intelligent. I mean, I met an autistic kid that could create a mechanism with it'll turn the fan, but it wasn't a battery. It was something else. It's all kind of intelligence out here. Prisoners that create all kind of things in the prison. What my cousin tell me, it blows my mind. So IQ, I don't believe in that stuff. It's like, it just makes people feel good about themselves. Like they say that my man that owns Tesla, they say his IQ is very high, but his cars suck, man, and he don't create nothing. He actually, bites. He gets stuff from other people. Elon Musk, yeah. He don't even really create anything. He gets it from other people. The Tesla thing and all that, that's been created. And it said Tesla. But let me tell you this. We gonna go back. Thank you. Yeah, Christopher Lang. And it was probably made by someone else, not even him. You know what I'm saying? I'm being straight up with you because that's an old technology. But the victors write the history. So once the white man got a gun, some cannons and nukes and all that, he could tell the story, because no human being on this planet was trying to use it in that way because it was too destructive. But the white man took advantage of it and he ruled the world for a long time. Now the world is this. And so that the Asians, the Chinese are really catching up. The Chinese are really catching up to the point where they're probably going to pass America because what the Chinese do is like, if you could do the job, I don't care what ethnicity you are, what race you are, do the job, and then you could get out the country. You know what I'm saying? They want to any means necessary to advance. In America, it has to be a white person. And if it's not a white person, it has to be a Asian and an East Indian or Pakistani to help them. And then they will create a job for a white person. That's just the way America works. That's why we're not ahead, because the best people aren't at the top. You don't think black kids out there that are geeks, like as a matter of fact, the creator of Uber is a black person, but he's working for Uber now. Like, you don't think it's a gang of stories like this. This is why America's not doing well, because they're trying to put people in position that don't even deserve those positions. You guys talk about Bronny James. Shit, look at the technological world with all those guys, friends, cousins, all that, all the nepotism. That's why everything sucks. The right people aren't up there. They could just talk the talk. Well, and this many gigabytes and this that. They aren't the real brainiacs. This is why China didn't learn from America. Oh, they ain't putting their best in there. They'll use the best to train, and then they'll claim, that they did it. So we're just going to get the best from everywhere, including like the Chinese are very smart. They have a lot of smart people, but they have some all-stars in there working for them too. And yes, a lot of black people, black Americans and Caribbean and Africans are working in China and making their technology even better. But you didn't utilize it, America. You didn't utilize it. And now Trump is trying to do as best he can to keep the power. He playing bully ball. And we all suffering. He's trying his best. His delivery is very, it's like mine. I mean, he's kind of straight up. He's blunt, and he gonna tell you what he gonna try to do. But I don't think he has that much power. Corporations run America, not the presidents. So he's doing all he can, and he can only do so much, because if you don't do what the corporations tell you to do, they'll kill you. They'll kill you. Ask President Reagan. JFK tried that stuff, and they killed him. And the corporations didn't want to go through what Teddy Roosevelt put the corporations through. That's why America has such a great run in those times, because President Roosevelt broke up all those corporate entities that bleeds America dry, because corporations have no feelings. They don't care about employees. They don't care about, America getting ahead. Corporate go overseas in a minute. If it's a way to make money, that's all they care about. They're worldly. So this is what happened in America while all us, the citizens, weren't paying attention. We actually believe in presidents run shit. If you don't believe me, why do presidents get richer and wealthier when they get out of office, if they're not already wealthy? Trump is, I think he's more wealthier than he's ever been, or at least he got his money back. That's all the presidency is, man. That's why they be happy when they get in. They know they're gonna get taken care of if they do favors for the wealthy corporate people who are the so-called electoral college. So all this bickering back and forth about Democrats and Republicans, it ain't gonna change anything in America. It's not gonna make nothing better. You gotta get with the corporations. They're invisible. They're not a target. They're in the background while the president is a target. You're looking at the wrong thing. You're thriving upon division. This is game. All right, we're gonna see, man. Like, if you believe that, Pam, let's give it like 4 years. I'll give it 4 years, and then I will see if President Trump has done some things to where he can make me believe that corporations not running America. I can't really say it now. I don't know. But are we going through some heavy changes as the economy? Yeah. Could it be done a different way? I don't know. That's not my expertise. But in time, I will know. In time, I will know, and you will too. The problem is, why doesn't Trump accept the president's salary? You have it wrong. Because he don't have to. Trump was a billionaire before he got in, but he lost it. I could be wrong, but he lost it and then he got back in and became wealthier. And he got well. Just look at the timeline. It's public information. I'm not here to make excuses and have my personal feelings in something because I could really give a damn about anything but my family and my people. And just because I don't give a damn about nothing else doesn't mean I hate them. I just understand that other ethnicities, that's how they work. That's how they think. They say something, but when I look at their action, these are friends I grew up with in LA. Whole diverse lane. Yo, man, they helping themselves with their same ethnicity, including Latinos. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, if you think Trump go to hell, I don't know, man. Look, any president to me is ran by corporations, bro. I don't. I really feel it's the corporations. You know, One thing that I'm learning about being truthful and honest and not trying to say things that makes people feel good, I noticed that I never really get super chats. I never really get rubies. It's a lot of people I'm learning and seeing and watching on YouTube that know how to talk to people, and people give them super chats and rubies. I can't lie. I gotta be myself. I'm sorry that I make a lot of people mad, but it's uncomfortable to get better, family. If I'm gonna make my biceps really nice and my body real nice, it's gonna hurt. That's how the planet Earth is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna be lying to people and telling them what they want to hear. So by me being on here an hour and 12 minutes and not getting a ruby or a super chat, that hurts. But in the future, it's not gonna be like this. Trump, 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 Trump. All right, Gary, you like Trump. That's fine. Tell me, why do you like Trump? Why do you like him, Gary? Do you like him because he's you and you're him, um, and that makes you feel safe? I just want to know. I'm not trying to clown or nothing, because when Obama came up, I didn't feel safe because I know the corporations run America. I didn't feel safe just because a man kind of looked like me. He wasn't gonna do nothing. I knew he wasn't. And my friends kind of got mad at me. But today, let me see, he enforces immigration laws. Okay. All right. Do you guys know? Okay. When I was in the Navy and then got out, and then I spent a little time in Thailand. I spent a lot of time in Brazil and Colombia because I had girls that I knew there. Um, I noticed that everyone that's from another place, they would come in the right way. They'll get their visas, but then they will stay longer than, and I did it. I had a 6-month visa in Brazil and I stayed 7 months. I had a 6-month visa in Colombia, in Cartagena. I was staying with, a young lady, Joanne, and I spent 8 months. So everyone does it. And, some of them, not a lot, but some of them go right home. They be like 2 months over, this, like that. But let me tell you something. Majority of them that are staying here longer, that are Latino or whoever, they're law-abiding citizens. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to roam the streets like they're doing. And, it's just, it looks unethical because they're already on paper. You could just go and do it cleanly like Obama did. Obama actually did it cleanly. have more people, the immigrants, people that immigrate, try to immigrate here and have visas. He got them out of there, but it was ethical. What Trump is doing is kind of like making y'all feel good. You like that. And that's just, I'm not with that. That's not cool, man. That's not cool the way he's doing it. I work near Kingston, Jan. They're very strict. Okay, didn't mean he was a politician. Good point. Trump was a Democrat. I don't care about Democrat or Republican. They all work for the same machine. And when people get to know that, they're going to have to switch up, because when we're together, we're stronger, but everyone's so divided because everybody feels they're going to get left behind except black people. Yep. That's because Trump got smart and he got out of it. It don't matter. All right, no one is talking about what they doing with AI. Oh man. Yeah, elaborate on AI, man. See, it's like you're a blood or a crip Democrat. Like, it don't matter, bro. Either or is gonna help the wealthy become more wealthier. Like, we ain't gotta start that up in here, Gary. Yeah, I don't study politicians. If America, check this out. If Americans just stop buying certain products from the wealthy people, and we could look up all their businesses and give money to create businesses that are for us, we could stop the way they acting right now. But we're not that smart, because all the people on top love it when we're fighting. The Proud Boys, the Black Panthers, the all the ones that's ready to fight. They love that because they make more money, and they give you guys a a hero. You know what I'm saying? They give y'all a hero that look just like you. It's a game, man. And then you still poor when they you still poor when they out of office, man. I didn't see. I'm 53. I didn't see this game so many times, man. It's like they be gaming motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, power to the people. Let's boycott all holidays and see what happens. Hey, man, they'll do something to calm us down. They will. They're not going to broadcast it, but they will. Boycott all the holidays. Hello, friend. May I please borrow wiener schnitzel? So check this out, family. Before I get off here, I need a super chat. I need a Ruby. You know what I'm saying? I spent my life force being truthful, even though people didn't like it. And no one is giving a brother some rubies or a super chat. All these other people that's on YouTube are females with nice kahunas. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't saying nothing as deep as I'm saying. And super chat. I didn't watch the lives today. And I'm just like, damn. And some of these people just lying to them. Oh yeah, and agreeing with them, and then cha-ching super chat just because someone say something that they like and make them feel good. What exactly is your topic this evening, sir? Well, my topic was, okay, if you ever go back in the video, my topic was about helping Black people become owners of their websites and ownership on their subscription platforms, and how we need to work together without hating other ethnicities. And just, that was basically my topic. And then someone said the N word, and they kept spelling it out, Nigg, and kept on. So I started talking about where he came from, because just like white people study Black people, we study white people. I know all about white people and the history. But does that mean that I hate white people? No, but I know about it. I know the truth. All right, Trump's in charge. We'll talk about him in 3 years. Well, I mean, Trump may be a good look. We'll see. I I don't know. I don't make quick decisions. Oh, fuck, it's all politics shit anymore. Yeah, it's politics. I don't even. Who cares, man? It's like everybody got to save their self, and that's what everyone does well. Like these statistics here. Let's see. Like a lot of people don't know. Well, a lot of black people and other ethnicity don't know that, you know, white people spend, and I'm talking about buying power, is $19 trillion. But then they only talk about black people having strong spending power, and we're only 1.7 trillion. Why do you think black people don't get help too much? Because it's like, what do we need them for? We got 19 trillion from us. America's 58% white. You know what I'm saying? And they kept bringing over white people on boats. They're still bringing over white people and putting them in here. And from Armenians everywhere, they still. So that's where America is getting most of their money. And that's where America is getting most of their power. They're still flooding, and ICE isn't taking them nowhere. So I could keep it 100, and just show y'all the game. So black people are going to have to start self-funding and investing in themselves and creating own businesses in their communities. We got to eat too. We got to eat too. And y'all still not super chatting, a brother. I talk about politics. I don't talk about politics anymore. It's so screwed up. Yeah, you're right, Gary. It is. It's like, why even trip off it? You better get with your own crew and make something happen. Homie, why focus so much on race? Because I have to. We have to. If we don't, then well, it's already divided. You know what I'm saying? So here go another. Look at that. See, he heard. So that's what's going on in America. it's it's division already. So you said, homie, why focus so much on race? Look what he just put. NIGGA. That was incredible timing. We're our American brothers. NIGGA 623. We're not falling for it. We're not falling. Look, NIGGA, like that, like NIGGA, that's an ignorant person. So actually, you are the NIGGA. A ninja is not a black person, it's an unintelligent person. You are the ninja. You are. So that's just where that goes to. I'm not an unintelligent person. Ninja does not mean black or African American. Hold up, don't associate that douche. Nah, but he's in your clique. You know what I'm saying? All the laws and the systems of the law benefit you guys a little bit more. Well, Jewish people, you guys take advantage, but in a better way. You know what I'm saying? You guys really capitalize off us very well. The NBA, entertainment, the Palestinians, it's a lot of stuff that your people, not you, your people have done that has helped put Jewish people in positions like you to have a little more opportunity. And so my Jewish brother, that's all I'm trying to do for my brother's spot. What's the matter with that? It's totally peaceful. What's the matter with us putting our money together and building there's nothing the matter with that, bro. We don't hate Jewish people. We don't even hate the NIGGA dude. You know what I'm saying? He's the ninja, but we don't even hate that. We just trying to build our own community. They're just afraid. And your people aren't even from America. You're not from America. You're from Europe. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what puzzles 623 leak it. That's what puzzles a lot of people that know they're from here, that are Aboriginal American Indians. I am. My people are Choctaw, original, full blooded. You know what I'm saying? We understand the lies. And by y'all saying ninja and all that, that's crazy. And people need to get out of America. Do you know that Latinos are genetically from here before you guys? Because they're a mixture of Black, Asian, and white. That creates a Middle Eastern phenotype and a Latino phenotype. Those people look just like the people in the Middle East. They have the same mixtures. All they are mulattoes. You know what I'm saying? The original people in America was Black. The original people in Eastern were Black. The first castle builders were the Ethiopians. The first damn near everything were Black people. It's just we could get breeded out. You know what I'm saying? Like first Jewish people were Black, man. It's just y'all. It's just like breakdancing. Like breakdancing and poppers were people of color, mostly of African American descent and Jamaicans, and then the Puerto Ricans came in. Then they master it. Now it's white boys all doing all the. You see it. They just take it over. That's what happens always. You know what I'm saying? We're the inventors. We're the inventors, and then you take it over. You see, I am learning from myself when I record this. You know what I'm saying? And then I make these out of shorts. When you tell people the truth, people don't super chat. People mad, they hate the truth. Everybody want to be in fantasy land. Didn't take long for me to get blocked. Who blocked you? Captain Ridiculous. Who blocked you, bro? I didn't block anybody. Why is Africa? How is Africa doing? I don't know. I don't know. Why is Africa the poorest continent? Because they let foreigners take all their stuff. They're not willing to fight and to advance. That's what happens when you have one leader. You know what I'm saying? Instead of like the Asians have a government. It's a whole bunch of people. Black people, we like to worship. So we have a leader, and you're not supposed to have that. You're supposed to have a covenant of good, good soul rulers, to where they're keeping militarily advanced, so the other rulers won't take over, or corporations, whatever you want to call it. And I could be wrong, but that's just, hi, my name is Mark. All right. I wish I could tell you the truth. Tell me the truth. You should be grateful for, my people weren't even slaves, man. We were sharecroppers. So, and then as a matter of fact, my last name was given to a white people on the plantation. They were from Europe. I know my history, and we were sharecropping our land that the British took over, and it was our land, and we didn't understand the contract that they had, so we had to work off the land for what was that, like 2 decades, to where we got the land back. And then they cheated us off the land in Sweetwater, Texas, and gave it to the white Hadnots that were not Hadnots, the white well, I'm not going to say the real last name, but the white people who had the last names, that land. That's what they were doing to a lot of sharecroppers. Africans, it was no way you could have Africans on the land that produce fruits and vegetables and certain other herbs and all that, sugar cane, that didn't grow in Africa. It's no way, because the white Europeans didn't even know how to grow it well. See, it's just like y'all been fed lies too. You know, so you should be grateful that my ancestors didn't kick your ancestors' ass. They were welcoming them. Why don't your ass go up on whatchamacallit on TikTok and look up Pocahontas' real father, and then you'll see a real Indian, you jerk. You stupid, Herb. You know what I'm saying? You stupid. You know, so that's where the stupidity is. You need to go back to Europe, bro. But we don't do that because our my ancestors don't believe people own land. That's how y'all pale people came over here. The real Indians, they don't believe no one owns land. That's a belief by the indigenous. That's what happened. And then your ancestors lie about, oh, we fought the savages and all that. Very little. They get mad because we'll move off somewhere else and grow. And they kept bothering us. That's what was going down. So, okay. Why do you only want to help black people? Because that's the way it should be. Just like you know, why would the government want to help white people only? That's the first preference of things that the government does. And it's a foreign government, and that's what they should do. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna preserve their. Why do you think is Europeans coming here right now? Look on the census how many Eastern Europeans are coming here. So you can keep having white babies. But ICE isn't, you know, knocking at their doors and taking them back to Europe. Let's look at the action. But the Latino count is going up in America. You know what I'm saying? Their GDP is pretty high. It's higher than black people's. Ours is 1.7 trillion. The Latinos are more than ours. And they're doing very well, especially in California, Arizona. They work together. They only deal with themselves. So we supposed to be kumbaya, my Lord. And then all these other ethnicities helping. Come on, man. Y'all get a brain. Get a brain. You know what I'm saying? And this is recorded. I'm screenshotting this. I'm screenshotting you, her, which is good. So now I could show people in my videos how much America hates. You keep spelling out the N word, that's fine. So, okay. What's up, Black Soul Man? What's up, Anthony? How you doing? Just in here with a lot of, we know y'all don't care, Herb, Heath. We know y'all don't care. You know, y'all the sickos that came from Europe. That's your genetic makeup. You can't help it. You smell like sulfur. You got fur like animals. It's not hair. That's you. That's you. You are what makes white people look bad in America. The Europeans didn't even want y'all. That's why they put y'all here and in Australia. They let y'all have this because you guys are the scum of the earth, bro. You kill animals, you kill everything. My people have spoken down language about what you guys did. You guys is raping everybody, all that. No one liked the way you smelled, all that stuff. That's why you inflict it first, because you probably don't like yourself. You'll go, nigger, all that. Nigga, expect us to be upset. Why should I be upset with you saying that? Because actually, you guys, look in your dictionary. Nigger means a unintelligent human being. And HEBSCHLOMO, he's the nigger. That white dude's a nigger. Like, I'm going to get mad at that. That's crazy. My brother's spot is far from racist. How can black people have power? We don't have power. So you mean prejudice, maybe? And everybody has a little prejudice. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. It's prejudice. So, hey, that's just how it is. You guys do it, we gonna do it. You know? So I guess this guy gonna shoot up some schools. It's okay to love your own race. It is okay. And it's okay for white people to love their own race. It's okay for Latino people to love their own race. It's finally someone that understands what I'm talking about. It doesn't mean you hate, like Jewish people love their race. And they should. I don't use the N word. How can you call white people names like that? How can why don't you talk to HEB? I'm not talking to you, space guy. Talk to him. He the one spelling out the N word. Loving your race is fine. Yeah, space. Thank you. Exactly. Let me see. Wrong racism has done nothing with power. That is correct. Wrong racism has nothing to do with power. That is incorrect. Whatever you say, it is. A racist person has to have a power of a system. And white people have a power in the system. Jewish people do too. So some of their actions could be racist. A black person has no power. Like, we can't cut off your electricity. We can't stop you from making money. We could be prejudiced, but racist mean, people who left that word hurt them, or small people who use that word to hurt others are small. Yeah, they are. They are. And I know that dude, if it's a teenager or whatever, that's a hurting person, man. He don't love his life. You know what I'm saying? He's mentally off. Danny said good night. That motherfucker cuckoo. Dumb and cuckoo. Your people are not in government. Okay, spelled. Power is more complex than that. Whatever you think, with your stupid comments, all you are doing is bringing more viewers. Damn! You told them the secret. Ah, a low bandit, you smart. Exactly right. Dang, my man, smart. He does bring us more viewers. That's why I don't care. He helping me. I met Black Moffer. You get free everything. I never got free anything. You guys, are looking at people who are welfare recipients, and the most welfare recipient people are white people in America. They just don't put it on TV. Rabbi, you reported him? I appreciate it, but I wish you didn't report him. Like, he was bringing me more people on the live. Right, bro. Happy Black History Month. Thank you, man. And the month is too short. It's only 28 days. Man, the black. Finally, Zion. Thank you, brother. Ooh, I appreciate it. I got a ruby, man. Thank you, brother. You are right, bro. Happy. You are too, man. You're welcome. Man, that black energy. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Zion. Man, the Black Energy Company guys really don't cut power. Good to know. We don't. We don't have any power. Thank you so much for the 3 rubies. Hold on. That was Zion. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yes. Wow, I finally got. Hey, he's back. Hey, stay on, man. Keep doing that. Blacks make power, not cut it. Let me see. I know once you get some shit going on and getting out of your parents' basement, maybe you'll be. I'm not in my parents' basement. You guys are really shooting for the juggler. Not my pay. Bro, I'm a 53-year-old man. I'm a veteran, a Navy veteran. I own income property. Most of my properties, the renters were white. I own a triplex. I own a single family home in Pasadena. Another one in whatchamacallit in Eagle Rock. On the hill, right looking down upon a college. I'm not going to tell you that college. Obama went to the college. Do your homework and you'll know where I was at. Me and my wife was at. I didn't have to work as much because I didn't have kids. I'm giving y'all game. I worked as a mixer driver for a good amount of years. Now I have three incomes, a little bit of, YouTube, two websites that are gig websites, pay a lot of it. I have income coming in from another source that is legal from the military. And so I got like 5 passive incomes coming in. So how am I living in my parents' basement? I don't get it. Y'all people, you guys in pain out here. Imagine being so weak. Spot, if you're closer to me, I'd bring you some no-bake cookies. Just made 3 batches. Okay. Uh-oh, we got some rainbows in here. What's going on? I'm getting scared. Latinos have strong. Yes, they do. Yes, Latinos have very strong communities, man. And family structure, they do. The ones that come in here from Central America and South America, yes, very strong families. I grew up around a lot of Latinos and they do it the right way. They some hardworking people. I can't take nothing away from them. You know what I'm saying? And yes, they only deal with themselves most of the time. And that's okay. That's why brothers need to. Black people do. The white man didn't hold you down. I didn't, yeah. Oh, you're a mixer driver? Phil Collins, okay. Yeah, I was a mixer driver. I was at Holiday Ready Mix and Robinson Ready Mix in Los Angeles, California. I worked for them for some time. You didn't rent to black people? No, because the location of my properties were in Latino and white areas, mostly white areas. So I took your money. You are doing great for yourself, brother. Yeah, I'm trying, man. But I want to help our people. That's what I'm out here for because we need a lot of help and a lot of people don't want us to do better because they feel that they're failures. They will feel like they're failures. Oh, black people doing better? Ninjas! That's how they do it. That's all they got. They gotta make us mad. You're doing great. Let me see. We appreciate your service. Well, I appreciate anyone who does a service for America because we do a lot of what's going on now is different, but we do a lot of good work for a lot of countries. Yes, we do bully, but see, that's the thing. All countries bully little countries. China's bullying little countries like Jamaica, like the Chinese that work on that are creating business on the island of Jamaica. They don't even pay taxes. While the Jamaicans pay taxes, they're getting the best real estate. They're getting their kids getting the best education. So they're all bullies. They're all Chinese people ain't all nice. You know what I'm saying? All the governments, now the citizens may be, but the government, man, they taking advantage of people. We appreciate your service. Oh yeah, I read that. Skeet skeet, my friend. Your service. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you. Do you miss driving a mixer? No. feel. I used to be nervous because, especially in Koreatown, because the streets are so narrow. Like Los Angeles is a beast. I and then I have to worry about, my load getting, because I used to have hot loads, and like I didn't have a lot of loads that was slurry. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of our loads, especially when we were doing late nights and we only did this for a little bit for the Ram Stadium before it was built. Yeah, man, we used to have to run out there, and it was at nighttime, but man, them loads was hot, smoking right out the chute. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, mixer drivers, they ain't no joke. I'd rather drive a what do you call those dump trucks. That's the easy job. I love my Mexican brothers and sisters. I got respect for them, man. I do. One of my good friends is Joshua Enriquez. That's my dude. I love him. He's Mexican. I love him. That's my brother. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to him and his wife. And oh, by the way, she a sister. I love her too. Pasadena, California. Yeah, Maryland. Okay. I'm black and I love my Latinos, their family. But I do like that. When they like you, they let you in. You get treated like a king, man. Latinos have some good ass people, and they food is fucking off the charts, man. Are you expecting me to know where Eagle Rock is? I'm in Maryland. I don't, whatever. Just look it up. You don't have children? Nah, because I couldn't afford it. Why do a lot of us, like, that's what I respect about the Japanese people. Japanese people will not have children when they can't afford them and be able to at least not be homeless and be able to uh, take care of themselves. They have the sense. But we Americans will just have children. Those children grow up damn near in poverty. American poverty is different from overseas poverty. So no, I'm not having children if I can't afford them in my heydays. So you're the one or the billion that don't have kids out of wedlock. You're not like I'm not gonna do that. If I had kids, their father is gonna be around. I'm not doing that to kids. That's like jacked up. And a lot of us keep doing it. That's why you got this dude in here. I guarantee you, the one saying ninja, I guarantee you don't have both his parents. I know he's from a broken home. I could tell. I just want to help Americans. Well, you know what? I love that. Whatever you say, help Americans. You could be colorblind. My call is to help black people. That's my call. But not hate on other ethnicities. But don't hate on me and don't think I'm not going to come for you. I tried to help our people and they don't appreciate it. They do start hating. They do because they're afraid. We have a lot of scammers just like other ethnicities and they don't know who you are. But this is how you get them to trust you. You have to get out here, let them talk about you, let them dog you out, and then be there for them and set a lot of examples to where you are situated like a fruit of Islam. You see how like the fruit of Islam constantly does well for the communities and for their people is because they I used to study those brothers and they'll tell like on Crenshaw Boulevard, they'll give you the final call, all that. And they're men and they're about their word. So, I mean, that's really the best thing going as a black movement is the FOI, but I'm spiritual. The religious stuff, I don't get into that. And if I get into some, I gotta be in it. I gotta be real. You must be rich if you own real estate in Los Angeles. On paper, it's called house rich. It's not really wealthy. It's like it's rich when you sell it. You know what I'm saying, bro? I was in Japan and there was no kids. See, family, I'm a real dude. I am not into lying, bro. My ship went to Japan in '96. And it wasn't a lot of kids then. The people are conscious. And that's why they have to bring in other ethnicities. Trump has 6 months to live. I've never heard that. Freedom, justice, and equality. It's, oh, wait, I just got another super chat. Thank you. Who is that? Hold on. John Barnes, thank you, brother. John, thank you. I hope that don't scare a lot of white people. But thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. I'm ready to go to Japan. Let's go, brother. Konnichiwa. Ohio. Hey, man, traveling is the best education for us. I got a job to do. I don't have any children. I got a job here to do to help our people. Is it going to be a lot of headaches? Yes, with a lot of hateful people of other ethnicities and a lot of hateful people that are my complexion, us. There are going to be a lot of hateful people. It's just hard. But when you go through hard things, you benefit the most. If I did 200 push-ups and sets every day, it's going to hurt. But eventually I'm going to get used to it and my body going to be like banging. That's how life is. You got to go through the pain. You got to suffer. You got to have people drag you through the dirt and you don't give up. That's life. That's how you make it. If you lay on your back and show your belly and let people do what they want, you ain't gonna ever get what you want to get. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't that type of motherfucker. I ain't gonna lay down. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been scared since, man. I got jumped by some bloods when I was younger, and you know what I'm saying, running off the RTD. You know, that was called the Rough, Tough, and Dirty. That was the bus. Man, them motherfuckers stole my starter jacket. They took my hat. They didn't care that my Jerry curl drenched the hat. They took my hat. They kicked me all up. They took my Diodore shoes. Man, they kicked me so hard. I walked home with a big old pee stain on my Levi's and with socks on with my Jerry curl just dripping. That's a real story. Ever since I went through that, and I fought back, and it was 5 of them. I ain't afraid of nothing. I done seen some of the craziest shit go down in LA growing up. You know what I'm saying? I'm 53. I still could squab. I'll catch a fade in a minute. You know what I'm saying? You better have a gun. Because I ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? I ain't the tallest dude, but I'm 6'2" and a half. I'm 6'3", really. I ain't little. I'll muff you up. So, but the thing is, what's the worst country that I was in? It wasn't in the Navy. Once I got out the Navy, I got a traveling bug. The worst country, man, where I was like, throw up at the time. This was in 2000. Wait, I think it was 2004. I went to Delhi, India, Delhi. That shit was nasty. But I love Indian food. Like their curries with the vegetables is very good to me. I like it. But man, it was nasty. Ugh. Delhi, woo! And it was so smoggy and air quality was horrible. But what happened, dang, your husband's 6'11"? When we go places, we see how they be sizing them up. Damn! KS, dang, he's 6'11". Dang, he had to play basketball. Makes me sick. They don't wash their hands. No, they didn't. You know, they're humans, but they didn't. Yeah, it's a little different. Dang, you know about Indians. Yeah, they a little different, man. They hygiene. Man, that's the first place I learned that monkeys smart as heck. Monkeys are the masters of how can I say it? They're the masters of bartering. They will barter with you. Monkeys are very smart. New Delhi got some beautiful place though. That's what I heard, but I wasn't. I was with my uncle. I had an uncle that had money. They poop. Yeah, they did. Wow. All right, let's. We ain't got a down Delhi. Yeah, they. That's where I was tripping, man. Like they'll cop a squat in a second, man. Tents outside, all that. Even people, you walking by, they doing it with their wives, man. You see it in the silhouette. I saw that once. It makes, see, traveling makes you recognize that the system we have in America isn't too bad. And I think that's the reason why I kind of did well in America because we're spoiled. Other parts of the world, you just don't know how spoiled we are. Well, they poop in the streets. At least then. That I went there a long time ago, man. I appreciate the United States after some countries I've been in. Yeah, but they have some emerging countries that are really good. Southeast Asia is really coming up. I'm really thinking about living there. If nothing goes right here, relocate there, man. Because it's nothing like peace. It's nothing like people calling you the N word. It's nothing like you hike, you could hike in the mountains and you're not confronted by a white boys who ain't even from America originally, and they're trying to harm you. It's just it's the greatest free feeling. Yeah, I've been to Panama too. Panama. Yeah, I've been to Panama. I appreciate the United States, some country I've been in. Yeah, Panama. Panama's nice. Their customer service is amazing. It's very amazing, man. That those Latinos, the stuff goes both ways, sir. What do you mean? What do you mean they poop in the deli? Gary, you tripping? Okay. Yeah, but yeah, peoples. Do you find these races in real life or online? Well, I could tell people that don't like other ethnicities and whites just as their demeanor, but in Atlanta, it's so many black people they can't do what they could do in a place where they have more dominant numbers. So that's why I moved here so I can help them behave. You know what I'm saying? Does that answer your question? Because maybe you could help yourself and you probably not, really prejudiced or racist, but your people, so a good amount of your people, they act out if it was like they had the numbers on their side. But in Atlanta, there's so many black people, they can't do that, man. They get muffed up. They get it. I've never heard anyone say the N word ever. Really? Shoot, I heard it on my Navy ship. Real talk. America's racist, bro. Racist. There isn't racism in America. Stop it. I grew up in Southern California. Yeah, Southern California is different. They hide it really well, but their actions is like you're not invited to the party. They do it really well. They have a different type of etiquette to the way. And I'm from Long Beach and Carson, so I mean, yeah, they it's game. You know what I'm saying? They run game. It's the same thing, always the victims. Johnny, you're a frustrated dude, man. Be happy, man. You know what I'm saying? Always victims. Yeah, we are. Love Atlanta. And I had a guy tell me someone should put me in a can and close the lid. I told him after him. Yeah, I love Atlanta too, KS. Atlanta is, black people better wake up because they're definitely gentrifying it. And at one time, KS Atlanta was 79% African American, and now it's 48%. See why I'm doing this my brother spot stuff? Losing the numbers. I seen it happen in LA. LA had, I think it was like 15% African Americans when I was there, being raised in the 70s and the 80s, and now it's 7%. See what I'm saying? Right, right, right. At least I admit what? We are victims. But are we going to do something about it? Yeah. Y'all got to cheat. Johnny, y'all have to cheat. If y'all don't cheat, y'all not going to win. Oh, why do everyone always call me gay? I love women. My black friends told me they don't want to be called African Americans. They just want to be called Americans. Well, that's the problem. We got to be called something, and we have to agree upon it. Because either way, they'll make it a bad status. They're going to cheat. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of us are insecure about who we are. We're insecure about our natural hair. You know what I'm saying? We're insecure at how we look. We're very insecure people, even though we're amazing people. We're very insecure. Yes, I see and be out. Like, where the black people seems rare. I'm in the South Carolina. What did it say? Yes, I see and be out and be like where the black people seems rare. Woo! In South Carolina, I feel sorry for you, but LA is so expensive. Yes, it is expensive, John. It is. That's why I'm out here enjoying life in Atlanta. You do seem like you got some sugar in the tank. Really? Dang, that's crazy. All right, if I was playing, we'll play it for will be over with. Oh, okay. Maybe, just maybe, it's not others that are racist, but it's just your insecurity. Oh, I'm not insecure, man. It's not my insecurity. I mean, get to know me, you guys, before you judge. You know what I'm saying? You're acting like high schoolers. I'm not insecure. I'm far from insecure. Maybe that's why people get so upset at me, because it's like I'm very sure of myself. And I don't really care what you guys think about me. I'm going to help be a part of a lot of brothers that we have now. We don't have no sisters yet. That's going to help black people. And if you have a problem with it, you tripping, because we're very peaceful. You just said that you were. Let me see. That I was insecure? I'm not insecure. Don't worry about criticizing the speaker. If a person don't call it, don't guess it. I feel you, KS. Oh man, my phone going out, you guys. Hey, I'm Jay Hadwinn, brand ambassador of my brother spot. I only got 18%. My phone is hot as hell. I'm out of here. It was nice talking to y'all. I come on here on Sundays. If you want to come on here again and get your frustration out and say the N word or whatever, whatever. But the black people that come in here, get familiar with us as my brother spot. And, sooner or later, you're going to see some things happening, So, all right then. Peace.